Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Faze P. I'm here with TampaMystic with Industry Most Wanted, here from Inglewood, California. Now I'm residing in Houston, but hey, I love both of y'all. Yeah.
There is so much that I see, I know it's too hard to believe. All these bills and cost of living make things so hard to achieve. I woke up with depressive feelings after dreams that I can't read. Belly rumbling for substance, but there's nothing I can feed. Out here looking for a better way than struggle.
Hey, what's going on, man? It is your girl, TampaMystic, and we are live on the Industry's Most Wanted.
Industry's Most Wanted.
Big Industry's Most Wanted, not the little one. Boom. Faze P, all the way from Inglewood, out there in Houston, doing it big, doing this thing. Give me some love first and foremost. Boom. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, you came through, brought some good energy, positive vibes. We got a lot to chat about, you know what I'm saying? But go ahead and kind of give us a brief introduction of who Faze P is.
Well, Faze P, you know, I'm an artist, of course. I sing, rap, I produce and all that. You know, fun fact, I'm also an engineer. I kind of like, I use my head a lot.
Yeah,
but,
definitely.
A little bit too much. But yeah, so, you know, I'm out here from Inglewood. I moved to Houston. Actually, I lived in Atlanta for quite some time.
Okay.
And did some stuff there. And I'm out here now releasing my new project called Seeds of the Song. And the single I just got from that project is actually called Out My Way.
Out My Way.
Yeah. So.
Definitely. Well, again, I appreciate you being here today. So we're just going to dive in. We got a lot to talk about. Take us back to residing and growing up in Inglewood when you was a jit, little boy out there doing your thing. What was it like for you?
Oh man, it was dangerous, but it was fun. You know, it was a little bit of everything. I kind of I love growing up in that environment because it kind of put me on my toes. You know what I mean? It's something you could take with you everywhere. So I kind of had to loosen up a little bit when I started traveling and living in different areas because it's not, everything is not what it was back then or where I was at.
Understood. Would you say that being on the West Coast, you know, Cali is really known for producing a lot of great artists historically, not just now, but, you know, going back years and years. Would you say the West Coast vibe really influenced you musically?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I listen to all kind of West Coast music, but I'm not gonna lie though. My first album that I had was AT Aliens, Outkast. My sister had bought it for me.
Gosh, that's a classic.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, I listened to a lot of that, and then of course like the oldies from my mother and father that used to listen.
Of course. So you have a very diverse ear, which I think is important because you do a lot of things. Like you said, you're a music artist, but you're an audio engineer as well. If you're from California and you can only work on Cali music, then you're not really a great engineer. You know, you want to be able to work on anybody's music, and that takes that ear, and that's exactly what you have.
Appreciate it.
Definitely, 100%. What took you to Houston?
Well, Houston, actually, I was working at a hospital with my homeboy.
Okay, and, doing what?
A biomedical engineer.
Look at you. Okay.
So he was like, man, he's like, these prices are crazy, man. He's like, because he was out here, he was traveling on assignment, and we were in out there in where the Apple facility is at. Anyway, at a Kaiser there, and so we were looking at prices of houses and all that stuff, and he was like, bro, like, look at this. It's like
insane.
Yeah, insane. 1.5 million. You can get this same house for half of that, and in a nicer area too.
Right.
And with land. And so I'm like, all right, I thought about it. And then I ended up getting out here. It's crazy because the job I was working with at the time, he got a new contract for a hospital in Nacogdoches, Texas. And so he sent me out there to start an account.
You said Nacogdoches?
Nacogdoches, Texas.
I never heard of that.
Oh, man. It's like, I don't know if it's deep East Texas. I don't know. Y'all going to have to let me know. But it's like East Texas, in the country.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a culture shock. But
I would imagine so, especially coming from Cali, because Cali is just so hip. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure there's some parts that are kind of like small or whatever, but coming from Inglewood, you hip to a lot of stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
You said you spent some time in Atlanta too. How long did you live out here?
I was out here for about 4 years.
Okay.
Maybe about 4 years.
What brought you to ATL?
I'm not gonna lie, it was a woman.
Listen, we've all, I think, been in them type of situations, whether we're in a long distance relationship or we pick up a move for someone. Listen, that's a part of life. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So you spent 4 years out here. Besides coming out here for a woman, what did you enjoy about being in an ATL?
Everything. Yeah. I mean, I truly learned what Southern hospitality was when I came out here. I mean, everybody, it was so easy to network with people. They're like, oh, man, you do music? Oh, come on.
Yes.
It didn't even have to be music. It could be anything, but, like, they were really with it. Like, man, I didn't feel like a stranger anywhere, you know, for the most part. And actually, I met some of my coolest friends that I still speak to this day.
Like Omar?
Yeah, like Omar. You know what I mean?
Like that guy over there?
Yeah, Omar. Big shout out to Omar.
Big shout out to Omar, man.
Salute.
Hey, to salute in the building. Definitely.
Yeah.
But you are right, because I moved here back in 2013 from Florida, and Florida's like a melting pot. You have some of everybody there, right? Mm-hmm. I came here, I go to the grocery store, people are like, hey, good morning. I'm like that. I have a lot of like, you know, I'm big on common courtesy and stuff like that. Yeah. So it was like a big change for me. I was like, oh, I think I'm going to like it here. But like you said, going out, man, people support, the networking is crazy. So any thoughts of ever coming back out this way?
I'm not going to lie. I've been thinking about it. I have been thinking about it lately. But Houston is pretty nice. I feel like Houston is on a come up right now when it comes to the industry. Yeah. So
it definitely is.
Yeah. So I'm kind of looking at it how it was when I was living out here and just watching how things were just climbing up. It looks really familiar.
The music industry is, I'm not going to lie, from looking at it from my standpoint, because I work with a lot of music artists, and of course, you know, I'm associated with some labels and stuff. Music industry is tough right now.
You ain't lying.
It is tough right now because there's a lot of changes going on, a lot of money that's not being made that should be made. You understand? You know what I'm saying? You've been doing this professionally since like 2003. Mm-hmm. It's a long time. Yeah. I commend you. I salute you for that, man. Throughout all these years of doing it, what would you say has been the most positive and the most negative change you've seen in these 20 plus years?
Well, I would say the positive and the negative are probably both the same.
Yeah.
So you might hear this a lot, but you know, with the social media era, it's so before it was hard to get into the eyes of everyone.
Yes.
You know, I remember when you had the cable box and you had 13. There's only so many channels. You know
Trust
what I mean?
me, I remember. Look, quick sidebar. I remember, because I know I'm older than you. I remember when cable first came out. I was probably under the age of 10, right? Mm-hmm. And the cable box actually had a wire coming out attached to the remote control. It wasn't wireless. And it had a dial on it, right? I remember my sister and I, we used to try to get the dial right in between the two channels, and it would bring in other channels like that we didn't pay for. We were finessers since a young age.
I see. You found the code. You cracked the code.
Yo, that's how I'm an OG, you guys. Listen, some of y'all youngins will never know what we had to go through to get cable. But I'm sorry. Go ahead. I had to tell that quick story.
You gotta watch out for her.
Hustler, baby.
So I'm gonna get that. It ain't even labeled on here. But I'm gonna make it.
Making our own channels. Yeah. That is so funny. But you are absolutely, so go back to the positive and the negative. Dive in deep on that.
Yeah. So, you know, we now since everybody's not fighting for those same 13 channels or however much it was at the time, and then the radio stations as well, you have the Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, all that. So it's good that you can get to your people like that, in a sense of platform, having a platform. But it's also a downfall because now everybody's on there, right?
Period.
Yes. So, and then now, with these streaming platforms, I can't be mad at them.
Yeah.
Because it's like, okay, well, if they have millions of people all uploading on their platform on a daily, it's like, okay, well, how are they going to pay all these people versus when you only had a few people on there, you can pay more.
Yes.
Right. So.
Absolutely. And I hear a lot of artists and people in the industry talking about gatekeepers, right? What I just want to say about that is, and it kind of goes back to what you were saying, like it's a bittersweet, it's a positive, negative. I think that we somewhat need some of these gatekeepers to keep the people out who are really not serious about it, because all they're doing is clogging it up for people like you who are very serious and have been doing it for a long time, right? So that's where the gatekeepers come in, and it's on a positive note. But on a negative note, sometimes they be pushing too many people away.
Yeah.
Not letting them in, because knowledge is power. Like you said, networking, we have to meet people. Our network is our net worth. Yeah, definitely, 100%. Out of all the cities that you've been to or lived in, we'll say Inglewood, Houston, ATL, which one would you say you've really gotten the most love from? Keep it G.
Oh, man.
Musically.
Musically?
Yeah.
I got to say Atlanta.
I know that's right.
Yeah. But that's only because I spent more time in Atlanta.
Right, understood.
So, but Houston is they working their way up to number one.
100%.
Because I'm there. But
Houston is a great city. I love Houston musically. Like you said, I think it's pretty close to where like ATL, even Memphis musically is really thriving, right?
Yeah.
Houston is a great city. Do you enjoy being out there, like not on music, just living out there?
Yeah, living out there is cool. I'm like an outdoorsy person, so I still like hiking and going on in the mountains.
Stop
and stuff
it!
like that.
That's my forte. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what you got to do.
Yes, sir.
You got to connect with nature,
Man,
out there and enjoy it.
Can we just briefly touch on that, because you just strung one of my heartstrings with that.
Nice.
That is my passion, man. I love, and Omar probably knows, because I be outside, man. I go on nature walks, I hike, I go to the mountains, I go to North Georgia, up into Tennessee sometimes. Like you said, we have to be outside because we got to get that natural vitamin D.
Facts.
Some fresh air, and not only that, it's like a mental therapy.
100%. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So, I love that for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if y'all ain't getting outside, y'all missing out, y'all losing.
Yeah,
go for a walk. Do something.
Yeah. It's more to life than just a club.
Man, that is facts. And it's free.
Exactly.
And it's free. It don't cost us nothing to go outside and go to the park and go for a walk. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing better than like watching the water or watching just being out there with nature, with the birds, and disconnect for a little bit from, these devices.
Absolutely. It re-energizes you. 100%, man. I love that for you. Definitely. So let's talk a little bit about the EP, the Degenerate, that came out in 2017.
Yes.
Let's talk about that for people who aren't familiar. Let's, take them back a little bit, because, I like to redirect people to some stuff that maybe came out previously, to listen to it, to bring them up to speed to where you're at. Tell us about that project.
Degenerate. Wow. That's I was going through some time in my life. Well, we're always going through times.
Yeah, well, life be lifing.
Yeah, life be lifing. I love that term too.
Me too. We gotta get on a shirt or something.
Yeah, life be lifing. But hey, if y'all life ain't lifing, you ain't living.
Facts. What he said.
But so yeah, Degenerate. So I had just my previous project before that. I don't want to jump the ball, but it was called Generation Y. And so Degenerate was kind of like touching on how I was coming up and then going down, like how you say life be life. And
yes.
It's like I was at a point in life where I felt like I was doing a lot of stuff wrong. I had been in jail, spent some time. It wasn't that long. It was like 4 months. But
yeah, that's long enough.
yeah. But 4 months in jail is enough time. It feels like 3 years.
Right, I would imagine.
When you're stuck and can't go anywhere.
Facts. And you're listening to other people telling you what you can and can't do.
Right, exactly. Like, oh, come on. But so Degenerate was kind of touches on. I figured, hey, let me put something out there that shows, all right, I'm not my best self right now. I'm kind of acting out, lashing out, doing stuff. I'm not really me. And so that's just where I was headed with it. Even with the cover, I kind of just put the shadow over my face and kind of just made it look like I was in the dark, Yeah. Understood.
Like we said, life be lifing, and I think we all go through dark times in our life. Nobody's perfect. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had to sit down for 4 months. You know what I'm saying? To me, that just lets you know, okay, I got to switch some things up. Doesn't mean you're a bad person at all. You know what I'm saying? Now, there are some people incarcerated that are bad people out here killing people. I don't commend that. But, you did something that sounds like it was minor because you were there for 4 months. You got up out of there, and big lesson learned. I'm not doing that again because I'm never going back there, right?
Yeah, no, not at all. It was not cool. I mean, granted, I did have some okay times in there because you have to kind of make the good come out when you're in there. It's like you can't just be there the whole time. Like, at some point you got to loosen up. You know what I mean? Because you're all in there. You're in there with other people, and everybody is not in there against you, right? So sometimes you have moments. You're playing cards, you laughing. You got to get through it. So
100%, and it goes back to what I said earlier before we started. I always try to pull the positive out and everything. Like I said about getting my extra steps in because I got to clean.
Yeah.
Same thing with being incarcerated. You have to find the positive in it because, someone told me this years and years ago, life is like a camera. What you focus on is what develops. If you focus on the negativity, man, your life is going to be full of negativity and it's just going to fester and get worse and cause anxiety. You got to find the positive. So with that being said, having to sit down for them 4 months and you got up out of there, what positive did you pull from that?
I did a lot of reading. So I did learn to kind of just do things differently.
Yeah.
Like the reason I was in there, there's some things I could have done differently to keep me from getting in there, even though I feel like I didn't do nothing wrong. I feel like I was railroaded, to be honest with you. And even with that being said, even though I was railroaded, I still have myself in the equation. So I learned to, I'm in the, whether I think somebody did something wrong, I could think, man, Tampa, man, she was shady, and she didn't, which I'm sure you would never do nothing. But at the same time, I'm in that equation.
Understood.
Therefore, I play a part in that. So even if somebody else did me wrong, what did I do to change that, or to at least make my situation better?
Yes,
so
absolutely. And that's what we have to do. Like, if we're not happy with a situation, figure it out. Like my OG, shout out to Bigger Rank, it always says, stop pointing the finger and blaming other people and pointing the thumb, man. Take that accountability.
Yeah. 100%.
Because people are so quick to blame other people for why their stuff is messed up, when really it could be us.
Yeah.
We got to look in the mirror and say, what am I doing wrong? What can I change?
Yeah.
What is one of the biggest life lessons that Faze P has just lived by, stood by, that you could share? Drop a gem on us.
I would always say, that thing, treat people the way you want to be treated. You know what I mean? Like, you got to make sure that, man, karma is real. God is real, and you're ultimately going to get what you put out there.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it comes back. If you don't water the grass, it ain't going to grow.
Yeah.
And then you're going to mess around and maybe cut your foot on some brush or catch a fire.
You're right. And I'm a big believer in that. Mm-hmm. Treat people how you want to be treated. Let's dive in a little bit deeper on that, okay?
Okay.
What if you are treating someone the way you want to be treated and it's not being reciprocated? Because it does happen sometimes. There's just some nasty people out there. How do you handle them situations?
Yeah, you just got to put them to the side. You got to leave them people alone. They ain't always good for you. But at the same time, I don't hate people. I'm like, hey, people do what they do. I mean, there's always a why, and I don't really know what it is, nor it may not be my job to figure it out. But I may not even be the problem. I could just be a bystander from whatever's going on. So I just let them do what they do, man, and I don't take it personal.
Absolutely.
I don't take nothing personal.
Man, that is powerful. We absolutely can't take it personal, because oftentimes we don't know what their life has going on. Their life is lifing.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's not personal. They're just in a bad space, because I've been guilty of sometimes lashing out at people when they didn't deserve it just because I'm having a bad day. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So we have to learn to, like you said, forgive people and sometimes just push them to the side until they get everything sorted out. Let's talk about some of your accolades, bro. Like, back in 2006, you were part of a gospel group.
Yes,
charting
correct.
On the Billboard. First of all, congratulations. That's a major, major accomplishment.
Thank you.
Tell us about that time in your life.
That was a beautiful time. Yeah. So the name of the group was Day One.
Okay, I like that.
DAEWON. So the name came from, I guess it means the day, this is the day the Lord has made us one, right?
Yeah.
So we just say Day One.
I love it.
And that's what that was about. So it was a good time. We toured. We did a lot of touring. We did a lot of performing with at Crenshaw Christian Center.
Yeah.
And we did 2 albums. It was pretty cool. It was my brother is in the group.
Yeah.
And then and the other members that are now my brothers too. We still communicate and all that.
Do you still work on the gospel side along with the secular side?
I've been thinking about putting out another gospel record. Yeah.
You've got roots with that.
Yeah, definitely.
You can hit the Billboard with that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Outside of gospel and maybe some hip hop and R&B, are there other genres that you would be interested in tapping into?
Yeah, actually, this project that I'm doing right now, I want to blend it more with, so I have some recordings, of course, that I've already done, and I'm trying to blend it with more soul.
I love it.
That good R&B.
Man, take some of that 90s vibes,
Exactly. We need that.
Absolutely. Let's touch on that for just a moment. The 90s, in my opinion, was one of the best eras for R&B music.
It was.
Would you agree with that?
Yes.
Man.
I like the stuff now, too.
Me too. I love all the stuff that's coming out now, too, but I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm a 70s baby. And so the 90s, I graduated high school in 92. I'm 50. I'm giving my age out right now.
You stop lying on this camera. She over here telling people she's 50 years old.
I am. I was born in 74, man. Definitely. I'm a young OG. But like,
what you drinking? I need some of that. Is that what's in this cup right here?
It's
That's
the
what that is.
pimp juice.
Hey, stress free. You gotta be stress free out here.
Right. Drink your water and mind your business. But that era, because I graduated in 92, like I was going into my adulthood, I think that had a huge impact on me, is that 90s R&B, even going into 2000s, definitely. So please give us some of that vibe. That would be amazing.
I'm gonna do that.
I would love that. Also, too, you co-producing a reality TV show.
Yes.
Man, that is big. When did you get into producing film?
I did some background acting a while ago, and that was always fun. I like playing with cameras, and so my music videos early on, I think my first one that I did outside of the gospel group was, Anyway, my buddy shot that one for me, and then I did the editing for it. And so that one was Before I Wake. There we go. That's the name of the song. So I did that. I did the editing, and I'm a technical dude. Yeah. And I work with computers. I just look at software and everything the same. So I'm like, I can do that. Yeah. And so even when it comes to the music, and so I figured I want to be able to do things and create my vision a little more than just the music. So I got into that. I want to say right before COVID.
2019-ish.
Yeah, 2019-ish. My cousin and I, Hazel, everything Hazel. Shout out to Hazel.
I like that name.
Yeah,
I got hazel eyes.
Yeah, so hey, that's why y'all match. Y'all energies match.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but she approached me like, "Hey, cousin, let's produce this TV show. You know, we got this book, and we were gonna produce it, and then we did the casting. Everything was going well. We took some production classes and everything, and then COVID hit.
Damn COVID.
Yeah, COVID shut everything down.
Yes, like everything. Because it was something that we had never experienced in our lifetime, so we didn't know what to do.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. Shoot, we still getting some of that. We haven't even recovered from it yet.
No, that's facts. People are still getting COVID.
Yeah, right.
Like left and right. Yeah. Not like it was, but you know.
Hey, it is what it is. You know, we live, we adapt, and take care of ourselves so we can get through it.
100%. Getting out there doing them walks helps.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, so that's when I got into the film and stuff like that. And now my cousin called me up like, yeah, we're doing this TV show out here in LA.
The Influence LA.
Yeah, the Influence LA. So we're doing that. It's we are in negotiation with the network right now to get that aired. So,
man, congratulations to you and Hazel.
Yeah, thanks.
Shout out to Hazel. Hold on a second. Yeah. Shout out to Hazel for reaching out to you, keeping it within the family. You know what I'm saying? I think that is super, super dope, man. So that's due to release soon. Like you said, networks are in negotiation. You guys are doing it the right way.
Yeah, we're working on it. We definitely trying to get it right,
What about post-production? You're an audio engineer. Do you do any of the post-production as far as the audio for the series?
Yes. Not so much the sound, right? But the audio, yes. I am working on the music, all that. So
if you ever need any voiceover work, holla at your girl. Shameless plug. Hey, listen, you got to shoot your shot. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Period.
And you just made that one.
Bam. Yeah. Absolutely. But congratulations on that. That's a big deal. I love the fact that you're doing so many things, because how important is it to you to have multiple hustles?
It's very important. For one, it keeps you busy. Yeah. It keeps your mind working. You're not idle. Although some people, I think they do well with idle minds.
Not us.
We can't do that, right?
No.
So can't sit still like that. And then there's always, for me, I can do that. Why not try it?
Yeah.
And I just keep trying stuff. And it's a kind of a blessing and a curse, because it's like you don't get to master one thing per se.
Understood.
But that's why you have a community of individuals, so you don't have to do it all yourself anyway. So
takes a village. I think it's important too to be able to do different things like that, because you can find what truly is a passion for you. If you only do one thing, you don't know that this over here may be your true calling and your true passion unless you test it out and give it a try. You know what I'm saying? So there's not, but then again, like you said, your plate can become full and you can't master any of them because you're doing too much. So that's the bittersweet of people like us who have them type of minds who can't be idle. 100%. Let's talk about your single, Out My Way. How long has that been out?
That's been out on September 6th. I dropped that September 6th.
Brand new.
Yeah.
Hot off the press.
Hot off the press. Yeah.
Well, how's it doing?
It's doing well right now, and I'm trying to figure out what location is going to be doing the best right. It's still kind of early, so I don't want to, jump the ball. But so far, I'm not going to lie, I think Houston has been showing more love on it.
Yeah.
LA has been doing okay. Atlanta and LA, I want to say they're like
kind of neck and neck.
Yeah, kind of neck and neck.
Absolutely.
So if y'all want to start racing and seeing who does the best, you know what I mean, I'm all for it. Shout out to everyone. You know what I mean. We're gonna see who's the winner though.
Do you check your Spotify to see which cities are playing it or streaming it the most?
Yeah, I try not to focus too much on it though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it takes away from everything that I'm doing. So I try to do it maybe like once a week or something.
Understood.
Like that, you know what I mean? And then see where I'm at.
It's like weighing yourself. You can't weigh yourself every day because you'll drive yourself crazy if you're trying to like lose weight.
Yeah.
You have to do it, like you said, once a week, once every couple of weeks, because otherwise you're going to be like, what is going on? You know? So it's no different. Absolutely. Definitely.
It's like the stock market,
that is facts, because it does go up and down. Everything. Life be lifing.
Life be lifing.
100%, man. Where can we catch you at next? What you got coming up for us?
So I'm going to be, this whole year is going to, well, not this year, but probably until September next year. Yeah, I'm going to be working on mental health, right? So
I love it.
I got some events coming up, some health and wellness events coming up. My podcast is going to be Wealthy Health, talking about health and wellness and finances and all that. So
we need to talk about that type of stuff more. I always am. I'm a big advocate for mental health because I get anxiety from time to time. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a believer in naturally working through it versus some people just be quick to put medicine in their body. I don't do all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go in for a walk. It's mental therapy. It strongly helps with your anxiety. So congratulations on launching that. Are you going to do one out here in Atlanta?
Yeah, for sure.
Please let me know. I want to be involved.
Okay, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm going to let you know.
I'm so serious. I would love to come out, whether I speak to the people or come out and do interviews, something. I want to be involved with it.
I got you. Yeah, need you there. Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, 100%, bro. It was a pleasure to have you here today. I enjoyed having a conversation with you.
Thanks.
For people who want to keep up with you, where can they follow you?
You can find me on Instagram. It's at Big Faze. That's BIGFAZE. You can even go to the website at methodicalmusic.com. I don't know if you need me to spell that out or not, but yeah. METHODICAL music, MUSIC. But you can find me on the website, Instagram at Big Faze, on Spotify, Faze P. I'm on all platforms.
Love it. I know you have a lot of people that has really showed you love and supported you throughout your journey.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Who do you want to give thanks to for supporting you?
Most recently right now, well, we already talked about my boy Two Salute over there.
The guy behind the lens over there looking all fly, super duper fly.
He don't want to be on the camera right now. But,
I know that's right. It's okay.
Eventually, Omar going to have to.
He might have to start his own podcast. I'm just saying. So, definitely shout out to him.
And then most recently, my boy Bobby with Booking 713, man, he's been helping me out a lot in Houston.
Nice.
If you want your booking and everything like that, go holler at him. He's a great photographer as well. Putting in some major work. He's worked with a lot of people. Big shout out to him for supporting the family. You know what I mean? They always giving me big ups for, every time they see an accomplishment. And, I should have said it first, but God been looking out for your boy every step of the way.
Shout out to you too.
Yeah, appreciate
Shout
that.
out to yourself, man, for just out here really getting to it and doing everything the right way.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
It ain't easy.
It's not. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy, but we make it look easy, right?
Yeah, right. They're like, man, you have no idea, bro.
100%. I got one last question for you. Where we at?
Industry's most wanted.
Big Industries most wanted, not a little one. Shout out to Faze P checking in, man. Go ahead and tell the whole world what makes you the industry's most wanted.
Well, I got something to say. I got a message out here. I can talk about everything else, getting money and all that, but I want to talk about what's real. You know what I mean? I try to be as real as possible.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Thank you again for being here. It's been a pleasure to have you here. I love your energy.
Thanks, appreciate it.
And I look forward to working with you on other stuff outside of this as well.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Let's do it. I'm
100%.
ready. Yeah.
We up out of here, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.
But there's nothing I can feed. Out here looking for a better way than struggling for greed. Got these agents on my line, the matrix trying to swallow me. I've got